Welcome back. Aussies are being warned to brace for grocery prices to skyrocket next year, with major supply shortage set to hit the country.
Yeah, SMH and The Age columnist Joel Gibson is here to break it all down for us. Good morning to you, Joel. Take us through the scale of the problem and also what's causing it.
Well, the latest issue is urea. Now, anyone who's done high school biology will tell you that urea is it's naturally occurring. It's in our urine, it's in our sweat, but it's also very, very useful in the manufacture of fertilisers, and it's an additive that's added to diesel engines to limit their emissions. And so it's produced on an industrial scale, mostly out of China and Russia. China and Russia have cut their exports, and we are now, they say, 5 to 6 weeks away in Australia from running out of this crucial additive to most of the trucks on the road around the country. So that's the latest, I suppose, issue we're facing, but that's on top of a series of other supply chain problems we've had over the past year and a half, really. The on-off nature of the pandemic has just smashed global supply chains, and that is driving up prices everywhere from petrol to now groceries, and anyone who's tried to order something from overseas for Christmas is probably having trouble getting it on time too.
Yeah, indeed. So what essentials can we expect to soar in our grocery stores, and by how much?
Unfortunately, it's kind of across the board. I mean, the UN has a global food price index, and that has gone up by 27% in the last year alone. And when you break it down to look at the different types of foods, they're all being affected. Dairy up 19% in the year, vegetable oils around 50%, cereals around 23%, sugar around 30%. And obviously the shortage of fertiliser is a massive influence on those price rises, but they're now flowing through to Australia into most of our grocery products. It's not just the imported products, of course, because as we were just discussing, it's now affecting our local supply chains, our trucking, our supply of fertiliser here. And so it's going to be, milk's already gone up by 10 cents at all three of the big supermarket chains in the past few weeks. The days of dollar milk are long gone. Coffee, they're talking about it costing as much as $1 extra per cup in 2022. We're going to see it happen, unfortunately, across the board.
OK, Joel, so is there a big difference between prices in different supermarkets?
There is actually, there is. I mean, look, there's a lot of price matching that goes on, particularly Coles and Woolies. You'll find they do match each other's prices and watch each other very closely. But on the whole, they say Aldi is about 10% cheaper on its home brands. But where the real savings are is if you shop the catalogues, because every week, all three big supermarket chains, they have specials that last for a week or for 2 weeks. They start on a Wednesday, they run for a week, and some of them are 50 or 60% off. So if you look at the catalogues each week, they come out 5 o'clock on a Monday, they give you a sneak peek of their catalogues. You can have a look at them online, it takes a couple of minutes, and then you shop the specials and it can save you a small fortune. There are even apps out there now that just track these weekly specials, apps like Frugal, Half Price and Sping, just 3 examples there. I do it myself in my role as a money-saving expert at One Big Switch. I look at the catalogues every week, and I can tell you there are some big savings to be had if you just have a quick look before you go to the shops.
We love a bargain. What are some of your hot tips on saving in 2022?
These sorts of things are going to be more important this year than I think they've ever been before because of what we've just been discussing. So the big one is, if you can shop at more than one supermarket, there are big savings to be had because that allows you to pick the eyes out of those big specials at more than one supermarket. So you can get the cheap milk here, you can get the cheap pasta there, the cheap olive oil there, and it saves you over $1,000 on an average family grocery shop in a year, I calculated earlier this year.
Wow.
It also helps to use that unit pricing on the stickers there, because that really tells you the difference between a small packet that might not be great value and a bigger packet that could be amazing value.
Good tips there, Joel. Good to see you, mate. We'll speak to you soon. Thanks.